This is the second part of our video for October 25th, and we're going to talk about the formula for calculating compound interest. And this is when interest is compounded continuously. Which means every nanosecond of every day of the year. The formula, I think you probably saw it in Algebra 2, A equals P times E to the power of RT. PERT is what we call it sometimes. A stands for the amount of money that you'll have at any point in time. A is the amount of money you have at any point, at any time. P is called the principal, and the principal is the initial investment. That's the amount of money you put in the bank in the beginning. Initial investment. R is the interest rate as decimal. For example, 5% interest, R would be 0.05, and T is the time in years. For example, if you put $5,000 into the bank today, how much money would you have after 10 years if you get 3% interest on your investment? So that would be worded, determine the amount of money you'd have after 10 years if you invest $5,000 at 3% interest, and this is compounded continuously. As opposed to compounded daily or compounded monthly or semi-annually. So this is just a pretty simple calculation. The amount of money that you're going to have is you have $5,000 of principal. You multiply that by e to the power of 3% is 0.03, so r is 0.03, and the amount of time is 10 years. So all you have to do is plug that into your calculator and figure out how much money you would have. So that's $5,000 times e to the power of 0.03 times 10, which is $6,749.29. Exactly. And the other example that I'm going to give you, usually you don't have something that simple. Usually you're trying to calculate one of the exponents in the equation. You're either trying to calculate the interest rate R, or you're going to calculate the time it takes you to achieve some amount of money based on what you put in the bank in the beginning. So you're going to have to use logarithms if you're trying to solve for either the interest rate or the amount of time. So let's say we are asked how long does it take, or how long would it take to have or to get $15,000 if you initially invested $10,000 at 4.5%, or at 4.5% interest, and that's compounded continuously. Question mark. You set up your formula. A equals PERT, and the amount of money that you're going to want is $15,000. The amount of money you put in the bank in the beginning was $10,000, times e to the interest rate is 4.5%. 4.5% is 0.045, and then you're going to be solving for t, time. So just algebraically, what you would do is divide both sides by 10,000. So 15,000 divided by 10,000 is 15 over 10. 15 over 10, I think, is 3/2, is equal to e to the 0.045t. And to get rid of that e, all you're going to do is take the natural log of both sides. So the natural log of 3/2 is equal to the natural log of e to the 0.045t, which is just 0.045t. And then you just divide natural log of 3/2 by 0.045, and then you'll get the amount of time that it would take. So we'll put that in our calculator. The natural log of 3/2 divided by 0.045. And it looks like it's going to take us about 9 years to get that much money. So t is approximately 9 years. And that's it for this short second video. Have a great weekend, if it's not over with already.